Hey y'all, today on the farm it is peanut harvesting time. Where I live at, peanut season is the most special time of year. Everyone in the southeast loves peanut season. It's just something fresh about it. People love it. It's a smell in the air. So I make a lot of farm content. I put out content year round. I think the most popular content is the auction videos, farm auction videos, and I like making them. But the subject I produce the second most amount of videos on is peanut farming. This is a peanut combine. This is what actually harvests the peanuts. First thing I gotta do is service up the equipment. I'm gonna let y'all see how that process goes. This is the engine air filter. It gets blown out every day along with the radiators and the end cab filters. I got a bunch of universal joints and bearings from the front all the way to the back of this machine that need greasing now, and then I will open up all the doors and covers on this machine, blow it all off so I can look at all the chains and various bearings and cogs and everything, and grease all them, spray them with lubrication, and just make sure everything is in operating order. For those of y'all that have never seen the inside of a peanut combine, you have cylinders like this that are full of bars of teeth. Those cylinders are rolling, and that's pulling the peanuts through the machine. But you have these rows of strippers also, and these strippers are stationary. As these bars are rolling, I'll change the angle that these strippers intersect with the cylinders. These strippers, as the cylinders carry these rows of peanuts over here, I will engage those strippers into the cylinder, and the strippers will strip off the peanuts. This is a row of fingers that intersects the fingers that are on the cylinders. Those fingers meet and the peanuts come off, just like that. The vine then carries over and over and over to the back of the machine. Rows in this field are right at 1 mile long, straight shot. I ride 0.9 miles per hour, so it's just over 1 hour to one end of the field, turn around, do it again. I cannot make it a full pass without dumping, so besides taking just over an hour to make a pass, I have to stop and dump a couple times during that time frame. So hour and 10, maybe about an hour and 10, one-way trip. There's a lot of one-way trips out here in this field. I am driving a John Deere 4960. For those of y'all that are not familiar with this particular model, this tractor is over 30 years old. They quit making these over 30 years ago. This particular picker, this is the Amadas 2100. That is a 20-year-old picker. So I'm on a 30-plus-year-old tractor pulling a 20-year-old picker. My grandfather, when he retired, his entire peanut picker fleet was Amadas. When my dad retired from farming, he had all Amadas peanut pickers. I got a stoppage. I'm gonna reverse my head a little bit. I'm in a wet bottom, and so the peanuts have a little bit more dirt stuck in them, and the vines are a little bit greener. There we go, baby. So a little bit tougher here in this bottom, and I gotta kind of ride the clutch a little bit, and sometimes you gotta stop and reverse that head. You gotta be paying attention. But the reason we like these pickers is because, for example, this is a 20-year-old picker, and it still picks as good as it did the day it was built. Who else you know, what company you know in any industry that's making a machine that you can pull for 20 years and it still work as good as brand new? The sun is shining a little bit and the vines have dried out now, so that means the peanuts have started getting shelled in the basket. When I look up there in the basket while I'm picking, I can see white holes. That's the inside of the hole shining. So I'm gonna disengage this stripper right here and make the setting less aggressive so it don't bust up the peanuts. I'm also going to check on this new belt while I'm here. Put hands on the pulleys. If the belt has got loose, it will slip and the pulleys will be smoking hot. The pulleys aren't heating up and the belt's still tight and not slipping. Once it starts slipping, it gets stretched a bit, it starts slipping, those pulleys will heat up. And then I'll tighten this screw right here. We'll push that tensioner down on there. I'm watching my head all day. You may see this in some of the shots. This cylinder raises and lowers the head. I'm putting these pickup teeth where they're just barely impacting the ground. You don't want them impacting the ground hard because then you'll break them off. But you also don't want it too high because it'll roll the peanuts like a tumbleweed and the nuts will come off the vine. So this is getting adjusted all day, bumping up and down. Similar to the inversion process where the previous video where y'all watched me lift the peanuts and invert them, I have to match those rotating fingers, those pickup springs. I have to match the speed that they're turning to my ground speed. If I speed this tractor up any or slow down, I have to adjust the speed that they're picking up the peanuts. Because if they're traveling faster than I'm going, it'll snatch the peanuts and the peanuts will actually fall off the vine and not go in the machine. They'll shake off on the ground. If it's going too slow, then the peanuts will bunch up in there and they'll start pushing in front of the head and it'll roll and it'll push off peanuts. So I have to match that with ground speed and it has to be spot on.